Hey guys, this is Ty from Mobile Inventor. In this video, what we'll be going over is some basic things like how to get into your dashboard if you haven't already, and we'll go over app promotion. Make sure you watch the other videos that follow with, about push notifications, managing your content, and some others. Okay, so what we're looking at here is your app dashboard. This is easy to get into. If you don't know how to get here yet, it's the same place that you went to do your app setup. You just go to mobileinventor.com and you'll click the login right up here at the top right. I'm already logged in, so it's going to take me straight there. Okay, so we're under marketing, which is the default. You can see it's taking us to sender schedule a push. So we'll be talking about that in another video. But for now, we'll go to app information. This is a good place where you can go to find a lot of information that you can use to promote your app. So we'll go to app information here. The first thing I'll point out is we've put this here for reference, and that is a link to your developer account. So if you need to update your account with Apple, or they've asked you to update, an agreement, you can always come here, click on this link that will take you to your developer account. And as a reminder, we tell you what your Apple ID is. If we scroll down just a little bit here, you can see there's 3 sections here. These are all just different ways to get to the app, either on the App Store or Google Play. You have these links here. These just take you straight to the App Store. They're really not that useful in that you don't want people using desktop computers necessarily to click on these because they can't download the app from their desktop. We'll show you how to do that with desktop users a better way. What you will most likely use are these 2 buttons here. One's for the App Store, one's for Google Play. You can put your mouse underneath, click, and then drag up, it will select them. And you can do a right click and just say copy. Make sure you do a copy. Don't do copy image or copy link. You just want to do a straight copy. We suggest that you put this as much online as possible. The first place I would put that is in your email signature. So anything that goes out to your customers in form of email, just put it at the bottom in your email signature. That goes for emails that you send out, and also any of those services you might use like MailChimp or Constant Contact or Sendinblue. There's quite a few of them. Just make it part of the normal footer of your email so that people are always seeing it. Now with email, most email editors, like especially Gmail, you can just edit your signature and paste that in. It does work on everyone I've seen so far. If you run into troubles, you can send us a note. We can see if we can help with you. Now, another place you should put this, obviously, is on your website. My preference is at the top right. That's just where my eye goes when I go to a website, and I would put them side by side if you can, just to save room. Otherwise, it's honestly up to you guys. Now, most website editors today allow you to do the same thing, do a copy and paste. If you cannot get that copy and paste to work, or you need it to be more custom, the HTML for that is right here. So if you're not editing your website and you have a developer that does it, you can just send them this. You can see there are 2 sections here. This one is for the App Store button, and this one is for Google Play. Now, there is another link you can use, and that is called a deep link. And this is a way, it really acts as a universal link, one link that you can use that if I click on it from an iPhone, it takes me to the App Store. If I click on it from an Android phone, it takes me to Google Play. The benefit of this is, though, that if I click on it from a desktop, it will look like this. And I can just put in my phone number and it will send me a text. That text will have a small preview, and it will allow me just to click it and it will take me to the right place. So what some people do, in addition to their buttons, is also put the link underneath it. So something like, or click here to get our app. what a number of my customers are also doing is instead of in your buttons, instead of using the link that takes, it's right here, the link that takes you to the App Store, to your app in the App Store, just replace in the same thing with Google Play, which is this one. Instead of using those, replace it with your deep link instead. And what that will do is if people visit your site on a desktop and they click on one of these buttons, they'll be taken to something like this. And if they click on it from an iPhone or an Android phone, one of these buttons, if you've replaced the link here, then it will just take them straight there. So I think it's a great idea. Actually, I didn't come up with it. One of my customers did. But if I were doing it, that's how I would do it. Okay, so, excuse me. In addition, there is some JavaScript right here that you can put on your website. And this is great for mobile visitors. So if somebody comes to your site on a mobile device, it will show them a pop-up that you have a mobile app. If they click OK, it takes them to the right place to download it. Now, I would suggest only putting this on your homepage because it does show a pop-up about every 10 visits. So if you have it running on every page on your site, people will rack up those pop-ups a lot more and it will just get annoying. So if you can, just put it on your homepage. And if you have problems with it, just let us know. One thing I need to mention is if your site is a secure site, so it runs under HTTPS, which most do now, you'll want to change this to HTTPS instead. And then lastly is the QR code. And this is great for printed material, or if you have electronic, like if you have a TV in your studio or your gym where you might want to promote the app, you could always put it there as well. You don't want to use it in an email because most people will be reading your email from a phone and they can't scan it that way. If you want to use this, click download QR code. It is the best way or gives you the best image. I would drop that in a document, put your logo around it, maybe something like scan here to download our app. Print it out, put it on your door, hallways, viewing areas, in front of the front office, anywhere where parents can just open up the native camera app on their phone and scan it. Most phones now, the native camera app just opens. If you put it at a QR code, point it at one, it will scan it for you. Okay, well, that's it for this video. Make sure you watch the next one where we go over push notifications.